Welcome back to Justice for Mohbad. I will say we all should applaud ourselves for a job well done. Yes, we've done a lot for humanity, a lot for a young man that we barely knew. Not until now. A young man that many people do not even know any of his songs, not to talk of lyrics. A young man that was just an upcoming. He was just trying to create a niche for himself in the Nigerian industry and abroad. We all give our time, money, efforts. Of course, a lot of people have passed away, but somehow the demise of Mohbad drew millions of people, brought people together, home and abroad. And here we are on Justice. But all of a sudden, during the course of this journey, we started experiencing some funny moves, intrigues, U-turn, shockers here and there. We started getting to understand more about human complexity, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We started seeing the family dynamics. We started seeing certain businesses and signatures and all of those that most upcoming often make mistakes because they just want to put pen to paper. But in the case of Mohbad, how many years did he sign with the record label? How come he wasn't ready to fulfill the terms and conditions of the record label, his agreement? Is it that the record label was not keeping terms and conditions? The record label had talked about some $72,000. They said something, did something. You know, we started hearing a whole lot of. And at the beginning, they said, oh, it is Naira Marley. Certain persons started putting out a detailed audio recording, trying to sway the direction away from them to where they want us to focus on. Now, that is on Team Cynthia Omonwo Adebanjo, the so-called widow. She says she's the legal wife of Mohbad and therefore has the right to bury Mohbad. Now, we looked at the other end, the family of Mohbad. I mean, his parents, brothers, sisters, started seeing funny moves. We were told the sister of Mohbad cannot be part of this because she's married. This came from the mouth of Mohbad's father. A big shocker to a lot of people. But because people want to fight for justice, they kept quiet. They didn't say much about that. Like, it sounds strange. Then, Mohbad's younger brother. Strange moves. Mohbad's mother, the strangest of all. And now, we are back to Mohbad's father. Well, some people have different opinion. Due to what landed on our decks, something popped up just now that all of us must get to know about. Please like and share. Tap on the subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell. Let's get right into it.
All right, sir.
Because of justice of Mohbad, God will not fail you. Even with the present Aloba that is going around, I don't want you to feel dejected. I don't want you to feel defeated. I want you to be more courageous, to stand steadfastly, and to ensure that you continue to protect your mental health and to continue to act in the interest of justice for Mohbad. There's a game plan that everybody must understand at this level. And that game plan is what they call divide and rule game plan. I would like to cite this. When Gaddafi was about to be conquered by the West in Egypt, what they did was to throw Egypt into commotion. They turned stakeholders against Gaddafi in Egypt. And then Gaddafi that was... And Gaddafi that was once loved in Libya, rather, not Egypt. Gaddafi that was once loved by the Libyans suddenly turned to their enemy. Gaddafi did all he could as human for the Libyans, turning Libya to a paradise where everybody had everything within the comfort of his or her zone. But because Gaddafi was involved in anti-Western region, in policies that were against the West used the Libyans. They used the Libyans to turn against Gaddafi. And after they have successfully divided the Libyans, after they have successfully scattered the Libyans around in respect to Gaddafi, they came in and they finished off Gaddafi. I want you to let you know that this is the game plan that is being used by the enemies of justice against Emperor Joseph Aloba. You might not know what to carry, you might not know your value, you might not know how fierce you are to these enemies of justice. They see you as unrepentant loyalists. They want to chase you away. They want you to see him as somebody that is incompetent, unreliable, ingrate, komore, kinika, and they want everybody to isolate him. And when you isolate him, it will be easy for them to finish him off. And that's why I want us to exercise wisdom. Let us see beyond what is happening. There are power that be that are manipulating that man as we speak. The man is now within the Red Devil and the Red Sea. You might not know what is actually happening, but it's a game plan against his personality. They want to defeat him, and they know without defeating us, it will be difficult to defeat him. That is the modus operandi. That is their way of operations. They are afraid of us than they are afraid of Emperor Joseph Aloba. They are afraid of you and I than they are afraid of him. They know he has the support. They know he has the social media acceptability. They know he has got the harming. They know he has got unrepentant followers. They know he has the loyalty. They know he commands the legions. How can they defeat him if they don't turn the back of all his legions to him? How can you get to the emperor if you don't defeat his army? Every tactic that has been employed is to defeat the army of Emperor Joseph Aloba. Every logistic that is being used, irrespective of who is the closest person to Baba Aloba or not, is to defeat us first. And that will give them unrestricted access to Emperor Joseph Aloba. They don't like him, that is affirmative. Neither do they like us. We are giving them serious headache than he is giving them. And they see us as the what? As the protective layers. They see us as his bulletproof. They see us as his cushion effect. And if they don't defeat us, they will never get to him. And that is why we must exercise cautions. Why we are making what? Why we are making our submission. You are very stupid, realistic. Can you block this bastard? Go to Paparano and stay there. You are foolish. Happened. It is never in any way tantamount to us having that right or leverage to criticize or say anything awful about him. So let us be cautious. Let us be careful when we are making our submission. One thing that is certain is this. Liam is not for Mohbad. Many things pointed to that fact that Liam is not for Mohbad. Karimo confirm it that Liam is not for Mohbad. MFM confirm it that Liam is not for Mohbad. That is affirmative. Even to this platform, they confirm it that Liam is a bastard, not for Mohbad. Iyabo Ojo confirm it in audio note that I heard, where she was confirming, she was gesticulating with one of useless harlots and said, "Kò sí ọmọ àlè níbi kankan." She confirmed it, pé kò sí ọmọ àlè níbi kan. That is today, they've confirmed pé ọmọ àlè ni, pé bọ̀ kò sí ọmọ àlè níbi kankan ni wọ́n sọ. Do you understand? That is gbogbo ọmọ ló ní baba. We are not saying pé Liam ò ní baba. What we are saying is pé Liam is not for Mohbad. Even Mohbad Funare said it. That what is the secret behind this fine boy? That was when the boy was still handsome. It is not now that the boy has become something else. Mohbad confirm it. That Wunmi, tell me what is the secret behind this fine boy. Even Mohbad sang it in a song. He said, I asked her, Mohbad said, Ojo no ma bima, kon lo jara sinton. Mohbad actually moved away from anything that has to do with Liam. Yes, he moved away from anything that has to do with Liam. Even when you look at that baby shower, you will see the way Mohbad was just looking at them. He was a stranger, even in his own home, because he knew exactly what many did not know at that point. Mohbad confirmed it. Everybody knows. Even Liam himself saw his daddy's car. And in that chat that VDM brought out, they were talking about the real father of Liam. And the Emperor Joseph Aloba said, mommy, if you do DNA, I was going to tell you who killed my son. Nobody mentioned the name of Saheed Elegushi before he jumped out of his window and he wrote a petition against that man. Madam Yabo Rinde confirmed that there was a sexual relationship between Saheed Elegushi and Wunmi Adebanjo. In fact, it was also confirmed that Wunmi was already pregnant in the 2nd month before he went to Emperor Joseph Aloba for a prayer to be conceived. So everything so far. And when you look at that boy, he gave it all. It is a common thing that when women conceive of a child that is not for the husband, and they take the pregnancy home, constant sexual relationship between the real husband and that woman, unknowingly to the man that she has conceived of a pregnancy at that point, could bring about similarity in the facial resemblance of the child when it's born and the father. Not the real father. I mean the husband of the wife. But even in Mohbad's case, we can deduce that Wunmi denied Mohbad sexual satisfaction. Mohbad was denied, was sexually abused, was emotionally abused by Wunmi, to the extent that every 1 o'clock, Wunmi was already booked at one hotel, and she was waiting for the Uber to carry her to that hotel. And that's why the boy has resembled everybody except Mohbad. I can tell you, if there was a constant sexual relationship between Mohbad and Wunmi, perhaps that boy would have taken a resemblance from Mohbad. But the boy has resembled everybody except Mohbad. That is enough to confirm that the boy called Liam is not for Mohbad. And I've asked you people, the useless platform, Temi's platform, and all the idiots and the harlots, the husband killers association, I've asked you people, Mohbad filed for a visa for Liam when he was about going to Canada. Can you produce the visa? Can you produce that visa that was approved for Liam till today? None of you could provide it. That is to say, Liam was denied Canada visa because he did not have Emperor's blood in him. He did not have Mohbad's blood in him. He was denied the visa. Why did the Mohbad's death coincide to that visa time? On Tuesday, that was when, is it Mr. George in Canada said, and they just approved Mohbad visa, and now they were doing candlelight for him. That confirmed that Mohbad's death coincided with Canada visa. Meanwhile, some people have been feeding with me with Mohbad's plan to escape from the shackles that Mrs. Adebanjo and her family put him. So she knew that Mohbad was escaping through Canada and Mohbad might never come back. And that was why she expedited actions with Baba Liam to take him off the surface of the earth. And DNA does not have to do with let it stay for 3 years. Maybe after 5 years, the DNA will change. Nothing can change the DNA of a child. Not even a blood transfusion. Not even a bone marrow transplantation. Nothing can change the DNA of Liam. And that is why he has taken with me almost 1.5 years for her to tell the court that she is ready for DNA. When she's certain that everything that needs to be settled has been settled. When she's confident that Odumosu has been bought. When she's confident that Rich Grace has been bought. When she's confident that Mr. Muiwa has received his back kicks. When she's confident that all hospitals have been bought and they are confident that they will get they will get the Oluwole DNA results. That's why she said she's ready. What else could have made a woman to run away for 1.5 years just because of DNA? When DNA is not an invasive procedure, when DNA will not take the child to a coma, when DNA will not take the child to require ICU admission. But a woman who has been very unfaithful, a woman who has been promiscuous all her life, will see a DNA as AK-47, and she will continue to run as much as her legs could carry her. And that's what we see in Wunmi. She knows that that boy is not for Mohbad. Everything was just a plan. Everything was just a plan. Wunmi told, what's the name of this lady that very dark man interviewed that time? What's the name of that lady? Wunmi told that lady that she was fighting for her future. Even when Liam was never in the way.
General Dominic.
Yes, Dominica. She told her, she said she was fighting for the future that was not even in the making at all. She was fighting for the future already. So she had everything planned out to take Mohbad out of the way, give him a bastard, and the rest is history. And look at what we have today. If I tell you Wunmi killed Mohbad, yes, Wunmi killed Mohbad. Those on Temi's platform, they know that Wunmi killed Mohbad. Karima knows that Wunmi killed Mohbad. Karima confirmed now. Karima said Mohbad died on Monday, 11th of September 2023. Karima said they fought in that house and that broke the railings. Karima confirmed that Mohbad died on the 11th of September 2023. Even Team Wunmi, they came to my inbox, they confirmed that Wunmi killed Mohbad. Why would a woman kill a promising young man? Just because of a 5-month-old baby. And Wunmi even said it. But you could call Liam on Mohbad. If Liam was for Mohbad, why would you kill Mohbad because of Liam? But just because you gave the boy did not have any relationship with you. No love, nothing. No child for him. It was easier for Wunmi to kill him and forget about him. Because there was nothing that could have reminded her of Mohbad. Nothing. And that was what happened. Everything that was supposed to link Mohbad with Wunmi was eradicated as early as possible. No remembrance, nothing. So Mohbad, when they asked Wunmi, what would you say to remember Mohbad? He said the day she went to school and they were asking her, are you Mr. and Mrs. Aloba? That was the only memory that Wunmi had about Mohbad. What a tragedy. A stupid woman just sent a glorious child to the world behind. And that's why it's so important, the kind of person you go with. Some people don't have dreams. The only thing they do is to kill dreams. Some people are prostitutes. And it does not matter if they contract HIV. They will serve it to you on a platter of gold. Wunmi came from a family that is sore. Family that is wicked. A generational killer. Born killer that have got no emotions. Go and watch that burial ceremony of Mohbad. Look at Wunmi, the way she was standing. And she was giving orders to people. Do this, do that, Emma Shio, Emma Shigin. And her face was blanked. She was not mourning. Face was totally blank, as if she was not a girlfriend to Mohbad when he was alive. As if she never shared any sexual relationship with him when he was alive. Totally remorseless. God bless you, Ajoke Star. Totally remorseless. Nothing. That's why you see a born killer. A natural killer with instinct. There was no Adai known. No mistakes. It was intentionally carried out. And I keep asking people, where is the CCTV? Police saw the CCTV 2:30 on Tuesday. Why has the CCTV disappeared today? Why can it not be used to unravel the killer of Mohbad? Why is phone forensic an abomination? Wunmi killed Mohbad. The police in Lagos State knows it, that Wunmi killed Mohbad. And that's why they've stuck every access to investigate the death of Mohbad. They are not interested because they know the killer already. They know the killer already. And the collection of royalty is just going to be an icing on the cake after killing Mohbad. It's going to be an icing on the cake after killing Mohbad. And that's why we are saying the DNA is negative already, even before they brought it, or before they will bring it. All what they want to do is to manipulate it and change it to positive. They confirm they have done DNA of Liam 3 times. Where is the result? They could not present the result because the result was negative. Nothing to present. And what else will make DNA of Liam to become positive this time around, if not because of miracle? And when it comes to DNA test, miracle does not work. Yes. When it comes to DNA test, miracle does not work. Forget about it. There's no prophet that will pray you through that prayer and tell you that the DNA will turn to positive just because you believe in Jesus Christ. For where? Say that Jesus tell you, say, could they knock up and down? Say that Jesus tell you, say, could they go hotel every 1 o'clock in the morning? Jesus will even listen to your prayer and say, you must be stupid. There are so many things God can do. But when it comes to backing the evil men and women, God will stand out. He will just stand by and be watching you go into your doom. The DNA of Liam is negative. They know it. Wumi knows it. All our supporters knows it. That boy is not for Mohbad. But because that's what they do in their different husbands' homes, they fill up their husbands' home with bastards. Some of them send their husbands to prisons. Some of them, they turn their husbands to house boys. Some of them, they lied on their husbands. After the husband has bought a house, they will send the husband away and they will become the landlady. That is why they don't have the spirit to know that what Wunmi Adebanjo has done is wrong. And most of them, they are being financed by Mohbad's money. They are using Mohbad's money to fight his father. They are using Mohbad's money to fight his father. Immunization money. Where is it today? Wunmi and her goons are spending immunization money to fight the true justice. Anytime I listen to some element of evil, the like of conscious idiots and her goons talking about Emperor Joseph Aloba, I will just laugh. I will just laugh. Because those nitwits, if they are sensible, they would have faced Wunmi Adebanjo, the one that brought us to this level in the first instance. If Mohbad was alive, there wouldn't have been justice for Mohbad. If Mohbad was alive, Emperor Joseph Aloba wouldn't have needed public contributions to pursue the case. If the government are sensible and reasonable, they would have been the one to take Wunmi straight away to court and let her go and explain to the whole world how her husband died 4 times. Mohbad died 4 times. Died on Tuesday, 9 a.m. Died on Tuesday, 11:30. Died on Tuesday, 12 noon. Died on Tuesday, 4:30. Died on Monday, 3 o'clock. How many Mohbad do we have? As if they were killing him, he refused to die. They were killing him, he refused to die. They were killing him, he refused to die. How many Mohbad do we now have at the end of the day? Senseless idiots. They should have channeled their energy towards Wunmi Adebanjo, the police officers, and the government of Lagos State that knew it straight away that this was a case of homicide, but decided to do nothing. But because they themselves, they are brainless, and their brains like that of maggots, they cannot reason. Emperor Joseph Aloba is their problem. And you expect me to now join you and be castigating the man. That's the foolishness of highest order. Wunmi killed Mohbad. Liam is not for Mohbad. Anybody that has got problem with that should bring out the evidence to see otherwise. If you think Wunmi did not kill Mohbad, let us see the CCTV. If you think Wunmi did not kill Mohbad, let us do the phone forensic. If you think Liam is for Mohbad, why were you running away for the past 2 years? Almost 2 years now. If you think Liam is from Mohbad, where is the placenta? If you think Liam is from Mohbad, where is the Canadian visa of Liam? You can't answer all those questions because you know that the boy is not from Mohbad. Despite all your modalities, plating here for him, telling him to hold on to his trouser, telling him to be working like Mohbad, telling him to be doing anyhow, yet the boy is not from Mohbad. The boy resembles everybody except Mohbad. And he said God has not shown you the results. Everybody knows the boy is not from Mohbad. And there's no amount of whatever. If you go to Oluwole and write any results, you are just writing it for yourself. That will not change our perception that Liam is not from Mohbad. If it's sure for you, carry the boy, carry Saidi, carry Baba Mohbad, carry them go abroad, make them go do them for there. And let the hospital announce the results. If it's sure for any one of you. And we Larry Buruku. Please, don't let us allow our platform. Don't let them allow our platform to be used in whatever way to castigate Emperor Joseph Aloba. I've told people, if you are angry, direct your anger to Rich Grace, to Detola Duke, Queen Alaja, Sanshitu, Mr. Muiwa, PR, and Nerelu. Those ones, they are the new in charge. They are the royalty thinkers. And they the one that are manipulating Baba. So direct your anger to them. Don't let us lose sight. The battle is just starting. Let us work on our mental health and let us be safe. Justice for Mohbad is certain. And God will give Mohbad justice, whether enemies like it or not. Thank you and God bless you.
God bless you, my dad.
Welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back once again on Justice for Mohbad, and we are going to go real hard on it. So let us look at some of the information dropped by one of Mohbad's father's loyalists. He calls himself General Vengeance. He actually brought the military, or let us say this kind of movement in sort of, the kind of title here and there, General Vengeance, Archbishop, he gave justice for Mohbad in his own way, some kind of militia kind of undertone, something like that, comrade kind of, but when they go after each other, they attack each other with this. Some people have decided to give themselves titles and all of that. I just, imagine for the death of a young boy. Well, Mohbad might be young in age, but is rich when it comes to lyrical prowess and all of that. It has gone far and wide. Now, having said that, does it mean that we should close our eyes to foolishness? Does it mean that we should close our eyes to corruption? Does it mean we should close our eyes to lackadaisical attitude? Does it mean we should close our eyes to foolishness? No. That you are for someone, or you're interested in someone, or you are fighting on behalf of the son of someone does not mean that certain action should not be called. Now, let us look at what actually caused all of this hula baloo, all this noise, and all of that. So, there are certain events of the past that occurred that made certain people question the sincerity of Mohbad's father. They want to look at his character. Do not forget that it is my word against yours. That's what a lot of us have been dealing with. Cynthia's word, Mohbad's mother's word, Mohbad's father's word against each other. That's what we've been. There is no viable, concrete evidence that has been presented. Is it that it is edited, it is cut halfway, it is, that kind of, that's the game that we all have been saying so far. So, when such is in play, what people do is to relate the later events by looking at your character. They want to see if Cynthia said, you don't know Mohbad's father, You don't know him. If you know him, you will stone him to death. So we are like, why would we want to stone him to death? You called and you were screaming, if this is that, if that is that. What is this? What exactly is going on here? And you know the thing about words that you cannot speak about, even when you are in the face of conflict. You just cannot say, Mohbad's father, are you not the one that was pressuring me to get pregnant? I told you that Mohbad cannot get a woman pregnant. I told you this. I had to just find a way to go about it. You know you cannot tell the world. And Mohbad's father too cannot come and say, I was the one. I first started to get pregnant. I was pushing her. I said, look for ways to get pregnant. I was encouraging her. I was pressuring her. He would not say it, right? Now, let us look at the character part of it. So, what is the character of Mohbad's father in the face of justice for Mohbad? Is he consistent with what he has been saying? Yeah, to an extent. But then, being consistent does not mean you cannot keep repeating lies. Let us look at the part where people got confused. One, Mr. Joseph Oluwabamiwo Aloba. When and how did you hear about the demise of your son? According to what has been established, he lied. From what we gathered, his first daughter already informed him a day before. Now, people try to compare and contrast. Like, is this man, like, what kind of family is this? Imagine you've been told that your son had passed away, like your son passed away or is passing away, and you chill and you sleep till the next day because, please, they say Mohbad has passed away, but keep it to yourself. Don't say nothing. Let us keep quiet. Let them call you. And he slept and woke up and waited for them to call him. Is it not strange? Like, is it like a strange thing? Like he waited for them to call him. Who is the them? Mohbad's mother. And then he said they passed him. Like, I was waiting for them, they passed me. Now the question is, what will make him wait to be called? Are you not the father of Mohbad? Are you not supposed to be the head of the family? And apart from that, this is your son. Are you not supposed to, like, run crazy, take action at that point? These are questions that begs for an answer. People are trying to, like, is it shock? Can it be shock? Like your daughter called you and said your son is no longer alive and you chill and you slept. Someone will be like, you don't know how people react to shock. If that is the case, that Mohbad's father reacted this way, then he should not be allowed around justice for Mohbad. Justice for Mohbad should be handled by someone else because it shows that he is not someone who is capable of handling sensitive events or issues such as this one. That's one. So people looked at it again. They are like, okay, the date. He kept telling us the date that he wants to tell us according to the arrangement he had with his first daughter, Blessing. Then when people said, okay, let's call Blessing. Blessing, come and address the public. Come and tell us or go to the police. What's up? He said, no. I cannot control Blessing. Blessing is married. He is under the roof of another man, not mine. I could be his father. I am his father. I am a father. But Blessing cannot come to assist to get justice for his brother. This brought a little bit of, but some people, because they are blind, oh, Cynthia, it was one direction justice they were seeking for. Cynthia, people didn't question like, Oga, Aloba, what are you talking? You are talking nonsense. Like, you're not making sense, man. What kind of family is this? Like, are we going to compare and contrast your behavior as per what your ex-wife that became wife again told us? Like, are you really making sense, man? That what do you mean? Like, people kept quiet a little bit, like, okay, let it not be like they are trying to drag him or make him feel sad. And the man has a way of, after he has, after done with his epistle, he will start, he will bend his neck to his side, he will start twiddling, twiddling with the side of his apron, his garment or handkerchief. He will start rolling it. He will bend his head like in a pitiful way, and people will be like, "Oh, Baba, oh, Baba," and I'm like, "Okay, let us not judge. Let's watch. Let us find out. We are not perfect. Let's see. Is there something else?" Then came the part where he said Cynthia threw certain objects inside the coffin of Mohbad. People lambasted Cynthia. He was glad. He kept repeating it round all over TV station. It looked good. It sounded good. People spoke about it. We spoke about it. What is this? Because we want to see the root of the matter. We want to get down to it. We spoke and we spoke. We spoke. Then came, after a while, not because people didn't have that video, but because people did not want to circumvent, neither do they want to stifle. They don't want to stop justice for Mohbad. They didn't just want to talk about it. We saw that video, but we kept quiet, like, let's see where this leads to. When the time came, that video had to surface by force. We had to talk about it. And then Mohbad's father was called upon, come and address this, or bring your daughter to come and clear this. We cannot put our money, effort, and time into this. And then you guys will sit somewhere, manipulate the public. What nonsense is this? Like, we don't want this anymore. Mohbad's father said it is artificial intelligence. That video is fake. That is not my daughter. But the one of Cynthia is not fake. It is real. But the one of your daughter throwing same object, same time into the coffin, that one is fake. That's when people knew, this man, we need to check you. Then all of the other things that they kept quiet about in the past, they started bringing it out, like, Oga, you were busy doing threesome, they said. You were busy getting some women pregnant, they said. You were busy drinking up and down, enjoying life in Abuja, they said. A lot of things. You're busy going to parties here and there, celebrating your frame. As he said, he has frame. People started looking at it like, no. Character, what's going on with you, man? You lost your son, but don't fool us. Then came this audio recording where Mohbad's father spoke and told the man in confidence, you guys think I'm stupid? I'm wise. I can act foolish, but I'm a wise man. So, saying that Mohbad's father should not be blamed, nobody should talk, they should blame the lawyer, blame this, blame that, Emperor Joseph, Aloba, Gladiator, Mark, all of this still on justice for Mohbad. What a shame. What a shame. Well, I've said it times to that number. We are for justice for Mohbad. We care less about whose horse is God, either father, mother, whoever. Ours is justice for Mohbad. No sentiments at all. What are your thoughts? Drop your comments.